So Dave,
Anyway,
David, Horse Lord, tell me,
Horse God.
what were your first thoughts when you saw Spider Farm
Or the idea
In our-
or anything.
in our coaching session? Oh yeah, when was the
well, actually, he
It was
didn't.
Zoom.
Didn't see
was-
it till
We didn't see it
late.
until the hotel room.
That's right.
with
You
Brandon?
came up to Brandon's
No, I thought
hotel room.
we zoomed him in.
we zoomed him.
We zoomed him.
I don't.
We
think,
were in.
not on
that's
that.
right,
Not on
that's
that
right.
song.
I don't think we
Sure?
did that song. I
Yeah,
think we
we
did
didn't
New
do
York
that song.
medley.
Oh,
Did we show you the parody ever? Did you know anything about it before?
I knew about it, but
What did you think when you heard?
I thought it's too late.
Yeah, it was coming down to the wire, man.
Yeah, no, it was. I thought it was great. It's just so stupid, and you played it. The funniest part, KJ was pure pro, the whole time. Your timing, your patience, all of it, right? And understated. It was all great. The three you idiots. The funniest part was when you were terrible,
that was the point. Yeah.
and you were. But what made it work was you were so proud of what you were doing. it was the pride that created the pain, right? The pathetic stuff. So it was.
Pride and pain.
It was just funny as hell, and it was a good hit.
Oh,
well,
man.
Yeah.
I
You
think so.
called it.
yeah.
You texted me. It's like, if that may be the highest scoring performance song of all time. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, did he?
Before we got the score sheets, yeah.
Really?
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Why didn't you text me? If that,
Or
Because
me.
KJ always wants the
Well,
scores.
I was the score.
Well, David
I
and
think.
Nick
Wait,
and
hold
Christian.
on. I gotta check.
Oh, it's on. Oh, he keeps his phone in the trophy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's his phone case.
Speaking of which, we do have the trophy is his phone case. He just carries it around.
It was a good hit.
Dude, we had no
We
idea.
peaked on stage.
We did not have.
No, we
any
didn't.
clue.
You
100%.
said, you said, quote, "Oh yeah, you should get the highest performance score ever."
Question mark.
Question mark.
Question, yeah, it was
Wow.
question mark.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And he wasn't even a judge.
And Brandon
anymore,
and I were like, yeah, you could have sung
I was
better.
unqualified.
Well, that's
to make that.
no, you're not
Seriously,
wrong, Tim.
dude.
Because listen, when we were singing in the hotel room, 20 minutes before, 30 minutes before,
He
we
was
were
on fire.
we were
way better.
Ranking
Way better than us.
With-
It
was
so
at my
it was with
hotel
you-
room,
it was
right? You
with
were in-
David
No,
and
this was
Yeah.
in Brandon's hotel room.
Brandon's
With
hotel room,
Brandon
yeah.
and David.
Yeah.
And that's when we had added.
Aaron
we
Dale
added
came
some
up
stuff
too?
too.
That's
And
right.
Aaron Dale was there. We added
That's right.
the pop up on when you
Yeah,
fell.
we made several little tweaks up there 20, 30 minutes before
But the
we went
singing
on.
was
So much
singing
better
was
than on
way
stage.
better.
But then, as soon as we got on stage, Spider-Man, when we started it, it immediately went. brrrr.
Sure to rise. Yeah.
We went up a half step, and it just threw us off enough to where it was still fine, and we obviously it held it together, but like
The biggest thing that was thrown off, to be honest, because we had done it like twice or whatever for audiences, we kind of knew when there would be laughs, and we kind of had timed it out honestly, where it was like, oh, that's why we laugh. We knew that the sloth face would be up on the big jumbotron, so we were ready for that. I think with restless
Yeah.
leg syndrome,
Oh,
We
yeah.
didn't think
none
it was
of
gonna
us
be that
knew it was
long.
going to be that long.
Yeah, I was
And
running
we
out
all
of
kept
stuff
milking
to
it,
do.
and we were all, and I was like, I got up and I was like winded because I was like doing this for so long, and I was like, none of us had any idea that would go on that long.
well, and I
was
felt it
insane.
when I felt how the audience was responding. I was like, I can't cut
No,
them
you
off.
can't.
I'm not
No,
cutting
you
them
can't,
off. They have to.
That was the right,
Yeah.
the right
I
audience.
had to throw in a Michael Jackson kick I'd never done.
I started doing the Macarena.
I started doing the robot too. And it's
running
I
out
did
of
the
ideas.
Macarena. I did the robot. I mean, I was running out of dances.
no, but we definitely.
I only know two.
The singing, like, there's moments like where we definitely were not. We didn't sing it the way we had been singing it in rehearsal, and so when
Peter
we
Cunningham gave us the
right,
appropriate
The right score.
Sure,
Thank you,
yeah,
Peter.
yeah,
Thanks, Peter.
Yeah.
but we came off
Sorry,
stage.
Steve.
When we came off stage, I remember feeling like
Meh.
it was like, well, it was one of those moments where I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Like the
I
audience
knew-
obviously lost the. We're doing
Yeah.
huge response. The audience was
You knew?
hugely entertained. I came off stage feeling like I don't know.
Let me tell you this.
Brandon
I
and
got
Tim
to
were
the
like,
lobby.
you were both like,
That was it.
It was kind of
Yeah, we walked past the curtains after we got off stage, and you guys were there, and you weren't giving us the response we.
You weren't.
exactly.
You weren't. You were
guys
like,
were so subdued.
You're like, I
And
think
we
it
were
was.
like, "What's happening? What's
It's like it
happening?"
was-
I got to the lobby. I hugged Jaden, my fiance, and I was like, "Hey, what did you think?" And she was like, "Yeah."
I think it's because we knew that
You didn't want to like.
your singing on it was a little
Yeah.
better than maybe it was on stage. And it's funny because, like, I mean, in my mind, you know, as a incoming judge at that point, I knew where my number was for your singing on that song,
Yeah.
which was a little lower on stage. And I thought, man, between performance probably being as close to 100 as you can get, combined with the singing being in the mid 90s, you know, 95 ish, right? You're going, man, this is going to easily be the highest scoring song, and maybe could be like difficult to ever top, you know? So in my mind, the whole time I'm like, okay, if anything else kind of goes awry throughout the week, Spider Farm is going to be the one that brings it home.
Yeah.
Right. And so the singing wasn't quite there, but the reaction from the audience and everything, like I think Brandon and I both, we were sitting together in the audience and both of us were like, yep, I think that'll do it. You know what I mean? And
Right. Well, and
and
I'm
I
glad
think
because
that was the-
you kept it like you kept
Yeah,
your
we did not.
responses.
You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I remember when we won Vocal Spectrum in 2006, and we won by 6 points. And Jim Henry, who was our main coach,
Yeah.
he was very subdued. Right before we went backstage, he said, "You know," he goes, "You guys were great. It was a great week. You're probably going to get second."
Oh my
He
god.
said that?
Yeah. He said, "But you guys were amazing. I mean, obviously, you second place. You went from sixth to second. That's amazing." And we were like, "You know, you're right. Like, that's awesome." And so we were expecting second the whole way. So,
Wow.
but instead of like, "Wow, we think you're going to win," you know?
No, and
It's
that's
just one of
good.
those things where it's like you just don't want to overhype because we don't have the. I mean, I don't have the answers. So.
Yeah.
And that's where the meme comes from American Harmony, where you know that face.
He's like,
So I got to the lobby, like I was saying, and Jaden gave me her response, and I said, "What do you mean?" Like she wasn't saying anything, and she's like, "Well, the judges had a conference,"
oh, that's right.
and I said, "What do you mean they had?"
Everyone
a
was
conference?"
confused by the conference because they all
Yeah.
thought it was a negative conference.
Sometimes the conference is that as good as we thought it was.
I mean, that's from what I've
Sometimes
gathered, that's rare. But that's what it was, honestly. I mean, after the fact, I ended up running into Teresa Weatherby
Oh yeah.
at the airport, and she was one of the judges in the pit for the performance category, and she had said that. She's like, "Yeah, I just wanted
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Love you.
Teresa.
I called the conference because I just wanted to make sure that I
wasn't
was
crazy.
sane for wanting to put down 100, and everyone already was on the same page."
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. That's what's crazy when she I forget who I was talking to, whether it was Teresa or someone else, but they said they're like, it's not like they got together and were like, what should we write? Like they all came together and had already basically written their score. And I was like,
Here's the question
It's insane.
that they asked themselves, according to the stories that I heard. If you were coaching them,
right,
what would you fix? And none of them could come up with an answer.
right. We could.
I could.
David could, but that's
We
why he.
could come
But
up
that's
with
why he
plenty.
quit.
could.
But that's the magic
But
of a
that's
live
the
performance.
moment.
Yeah,
You're
you can't
in the
do it in
moment.
hindsight.
It's the moment. The audience was spectacular. Shout out to the lady who was
Oh my
cackling
gosh,
the
we have to
entire
find her.
time.
We got to find
sure.
her.
I
as
don't know
well.
who that was.
If you ever
but
see this, let us know.
If someone
Yeah.
can tell us who that lady is,
If
get
you
us her
cackle
name.
when you laugh.
We will send her a free T-shirt.
Yeah,
we got to
she-
get that lady.
She helps you on